another turn. There you go. That's how you do it. So sometimes they say when you're turning, it changes the level up on the weights, so that triggers a bite. So I spotted some fish down at 25 feet, and I did a little turn that takes this rod and drops it down, so it creates a little different thing. Nice, decent sized fish. Feels decent. So I'm using a Paulina Peak Moon Jelly. Oh, it came off. Son of a gun, threw it off. Dodger. And there's a fish. Alright. So I had that 50 feet back, 25 feet down. I switched out to the Moon Jelly and that Moon Jelly Pauline Peak Dodger. So a tip when you're doing catching kokanee, keep the rod tip down. Helps keep the dodger in the water. Keep the lower. Kokanee like to throw the hook when they get close to the back of the boat. For some reason, when they see when they see the kayak or the boat, they start to go nuts. So you always can tend to lose them right around the end. I'll hook this guy. Yep. Well, not very big, but let's see if I can get him out. Little target him. Got one on the turn. There's one. Yeah, right. So 50 feet back, 30 feet down on the Paulina Peak Moon Jelly Dodger, and a little plantain hoochie. Did it come off? That came off. Or worse, that's still on. They're tiny. I just marked a bunch of stuff out here. Let's see the waypoint. That one. We'll come back to this school. There's a bunch of stuff right here. Okay, come back over here. I'm marking a lot of stuff down at 35 feet.
Back out that way.
Okay. So if some of you are wondering what kind of gear that I'm running, I've got a Okuma SST 7-foot light action rod paired with the Shields Cold Water SX30 line counter reel. I like using the line counter reels because it tells me how far I'm back and then how far I'm down, and I can play with the numbers, and when the fish are biting I can set it back to the exact same spot each time. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out of knowing how deep you are and at what depth the fish are biting. So throughout the day I'll play with it, try different levels, try different depths, and then try to really tune into where the fish are, and then that always will just go back to those same depths and same numbers. The fish finder, will let you kind of show you where the fish are holding up, and then the line counter reels lets you to really target specific depths in the water column. It just makes it a lot easier. It takes a lot of the guesswork out. I'm using 20-pound braid. It seems like kind of a lot for the kokanee, but they say everything above the dodger the fish don't worry about. It's your leader behind the dodger to your lure that really they pay attention to. So I like running the heavier line. That way if I do ever get hung up on the ground because I run shallow, I don't lose my gear. You lose a dodger and some weights, you're out 10-15 bucks each time. So a little heavier line that really doesn't make a difference, but it saves you saves your gear. So I'm trolling at 1.1 miles right now. I got these rods at 50 feet back, 30 feet down on this one, 25 feet on this one, and not really marking anything here. I'm gonna head on and look for another areas, but this is kind of what I'm doing. I tip the lures with maggot soaked with Procure's krill and anise scent. So the scents, how they work is, most people wonder why you would scent a bait. The fish don't actually like the bait, it's more to irritate them. So your dodger is what's actually bringing them in closer to you, to find out, because it's simulating a feeding frenzy. Then they see your lure dancing behind it. They think that's a bait. So when they get close to find out what that is moving, the scents irritate them, and the strike actually is out of aggression. It's not that they're hungry for that scent. It irritates them. Kokanees have a very strong sense of smell. So once they get close, it irritates them. So they ended up biting out of aggression. It's supposed to trigger that response. I guess I learned a lot from a guy called, his channel is Split Milk Productions. He does a lot of kokanee fishing. He does krill and shrimp and anise early in the season. Late summer to early fall, he switches it over to bloody tuna and garlic. I've watched a lot of his channel, and he catches a lot of kokanee. So a lot of my success that I've gotten was really just following kind of things he's done. Paulina Peak lures and Dodgers have worked well for me. And that's kind of the gear that I run. As you kind of get used to it, you can play with different scents and different corns, but I found that, you know, this works for me. So find out what works for you out there and catch some fish. Oh, there we go. All right. So that was on a little gold hoochie, something I bought about a year or two ago, and it actually got a bite. So when you're using these snap weights, it's real important when you go to take your line off to pull your rod forward. That will help pick up some of the slack and keep your line tight and help the fish not come off. These kokanee, they'll come off so easily because they have such small, soft lips. So you always want to keep the line tight and just slowly bring them in. It's a bit tiny. I don't think I'll keep them. But that's a kokanee. They plant these when they're about 7 inches, so these must be the first year they planted them. Oops. Back he goes. There's a bite. Not bad size. So I dropped that one down to 45 feet of line out. As I started marking some fish down the deeper waters. So that's the real good thing with the line counter reels. It really lets you dial in where the fish are or how deep you are with the lines. And so you can always go back to it.
That was my first double for the day. I went in the boat and lost one.
Nice. Any good size? Ah, take it. Starting to drop like Karen, man. Sorry, Karen, sorry.
Just trying to buckle up my pants, man. No, when I'm out, I unsnap these waders.
This damn Kokanee. He came and hit it at 1.7.
Hey, you got some bait.
It's a greedy bastard, man.
Snag it or did he bite it?
He bit it.
Wow.
Come on. There he goes.